Good morning, everyone. Let us start this session. So during the last lecture, we have seen basic geometrical constructions. So in that we have seen how to bisect the line and arc, then draw the perpendicular on the line, bisect the angle, then divide the line into equal n parts, then to draw a polygon, draw a parallel line, then to draw a fillet, that is the common tangent curve to two lines. Okay. So the last geometrical construction that we have seen, it is the draw a polygon by using angle method. So if you want to draw a hexagon, then we can take the angle 60 degree. And if it is a pentagon, then we have to take the angle 72 degree. Okay. So there is one more method to draw the polygon. So I will explain that method, and then I will explain the diagonal scale, that is the second type in the graphical scale. So here we want to draw a polygon, that is a pentagon, hexagon. So we will draw this by using the circle method, that is a polygon inscribed in a circle. So here I have drawn the side of that polygon. So you can take 50 centimeter or 40 centimeter, 40 mm. Then first step is divide this line AB, that is the side of that polygon. That means bisect this side. So you can use the arc method to bisect the side AB. And draw this bisecting line. So here AB is drawn with 4 centimeter length. Now from point B, draw a vertical line, that is a perpendicular line. And take the same length equal to AB, that is a 4 centimeter on that vertical line. Now next step is connect point A and M. So draw a straight line from point A and M. So you will get the intersection of this line AM on the bisecting line. So mark this point. Now with B as a center and radius equal to AB, draw the arc passing from A and M. Okay, so this arc will intersect the vertical line, that is a bisecting line, at point Q. Now here with Q as a center, that means if you take the Q as a center point, and if you take the radius, that is equal to AQ or BQ, okay, and if you draw the circle that will pass from the point A and B, okay, then in that circle you can draw a hexagon. Okay, therefore I have written here 6. So that 6 represent, if you draw a circle with Q as a center, then you will get the 6 side polygon, that means hexagon. Okay, so let us see how to draw that hexagon. So in the compass, take Q as a center, take the radius, that is equal to QB, and draw the circle. Now take the distance AB and just cut the arc on the circumference of that circle. So this arc or intersection point will represent the each corner of that hexagon. Okay, so in this way you can inscribe a polygon in a circle. Now if you take P as a center, then you can draw the square. Okay, and therefore I have written here 4. That means the polygon having the 4 sides. So let us see how to draw that polygon, that is a square. To take P as a center, radius equal to PB. Draw the circle. Now to complete this square, the side is AB. So take the distance in compass, that is equal to AB. And just cut the arc on the circumference of that small circle. And then you can complete this square. So here I have drawn only one curve on that circumference because one side is already available, that is equal to BM. Okay. Now next, if you want to draw the pentagon, then the procedure is divide or bisect the length QP, find out the midpoint of that QP. Okay. And if you draw a circle by taking that midpoint as a center of the circle and radius equal to distance of midpoint from point A, okay, then you can draw the pentagon. So let us see how to draw that pentagon. First is find out the midpoint of the length QP. So you can bisect that segment QP. So this is the bisecting line. So now we have got the midpoint of the segment QP. So this will represent the center of a polygon having the 5 sides. That means pentagon. So take the radius, that is equal to NP, NB. And draw the circle. And take the distance, that is equal to the side of the polygon, that is AB. And cut the arc on the circumference of that circle. So each intersection will represent a corner. So this is how you can draw the pentagon. So in this diagram, this center is slightly shifted on the right side. But if you draw it with proper care, accurately, then you will get the exact pentagon. Okay. Okay, so now we will discuss about the graphical scale. So this was the last problem that was given as a homework about the plane scale. So you have to construct a plane scale where the relation is 1.5 inches equal to 1 feet. Okay, so from this you can find out the representative fraction, and the condition is we have to show the inches and long enough to measure up to 4 feet. Okay, so here we have to prepare one plane scale that will show the relation between the feet and subsequent unit, that is a smaller unit, is inch. Okay, and it should be long enough to measure 4 feet. So these are the steps. First, find out the representative fraction. So here it is equal to 1.5 inches divided by 1 feet. So we can instead of using feet, we can convert this feet into inches. So 1 feet is equal to 12 inches. So this is the relation. So from this we will get 1/8 as a representative fraction. Now use this representative fraction to find out the length of the scale on the drawing paper. So actual length is 4 feet. So we have to represent that 4 feet by a particular smaller distance on the graph sheet or a drawing sheet. So this is equal to 1/8 into 4 feet. So it is feet is 12 inches. So total is 48 inches. So the line is equal to 6 inch. Okay. So we have to draw the line on the drawing paper that is equal to 6 inch. Then divide this line into 4 equal parts because we want to measure 4 feet. So one part is equal to 1 feet. And divide the first part into 12 equal parts. Okay. So why we are dividing this into 12 equal parts? Because 1 feet is equal to 12 inch. And therefore we have to divide the first part into 12 subdivisions. Okay. So I hope you must have completed this problem. So this was the homework problem. So now we will discuss the second graphical scale or second type of the graphical scale, that is a diagonal scale. So what is meaning of a diagonal scale? So diagonal scale is used when very minute distances such as up to 0.1 mm are to be measured accurately, or when measurements are required in 3 different units. Okay, so main unit and its sub units. So here example is decimeter, then its smaller unit is centimeter, and its smaller unit is millimeter. Okay, or if you want to measure yard, feet, and inches. So for such type of measurement, that is very minute measurement, we have to use the diagonal scale. Okay. Okay, so let us see how to draw a diagonal scale. So we will understand this with the help of one problem. So here we want to construct a diagonal scale where the representative fraction, it is given as a 3:200, and we want to show meter. So this is the larger unit, then decimeter, and its smaller unit is centimeter. Okay, so we have to show all these units on that graphical scale, and maximum distance that we want to measure, it is up to 6 meter. Okay, so that means if the question is given or a condition is if you want to measure 5.27 meter, okay, by using a plane scale you can only measure 5.2. okay, you cannot measure 5.27 meter. Okay, because 5.2 meter it represents 5 decimeter, sorry, 5 meter and 2 decimeter. Okay, so plane scale it can only give the relation between two unit. One is higher unit and its subsequent lower unit. Okay, but graphical scale, it can give the relation between 3 units. Okay, so here 5 meter, 2 decimeter, and 7 centimeter. Okay, that means it is equal to 5.27 meter. Okay, so let us see how to draw this graphical scale, that is a diagonal scale. So first step is same, we have to find out the representative fraction. So this is equal to 3 as to 200, so it is equal to 3 upon 200. Second is draw the line. So we have to represent that 6 meter. So this is the actual length by using a graphical length. So on the drawing paper, you can take the length that is equal to 3 upon 200 into 6 meter. Okay. So just simplify here, 6 meter, that is equal to 600 centimeter. So you will get the answer 3 upon 200 into 600 centimeter, that is equal to 9 centimeter. Okay. That means this 6 meter actual distance, it is represented on the graph paper or a drawing sheet by using a 9 centimeter line. Okay. Now next is divide this line into 6 equal parts. So we are dividing this into 6 equal parts because maximum distance is 6 meter. So one part, it is equal to 1 meter. Okay. Now divide the first part into 10 equal parts. So these are called as sub parts. Okay. So each sub part, it will represent the decimeter. So up to this procedure is similar to the plane scale. Okay, it is the same procedure of the plane scale. So let us see how to draw this. So you can note down these steps, or you can take this screenshot. So first step is draw the horizontal line. So this horizontal line, it has length that is equal to 9 centimeter. Okay. So this 9 centimeter, it means 6 meter actual distance. Then divide this line into 6 equal parts. Okay, so you can use that inclined line method. Now draw one vertical line. So you can see here. So draw this line. So you can take a suitable distance. So if this is 9 centimeter, you can take this as a 5 centimeter. Okay. Because after that, again, we have to divide this vertical line into 10 equal parts. Okay. So take a suitable distance so that you can easily divide that line into 10 equal parts. So preferably take it 5 centimeter or 6 centimeter, and then construct this rectangle. Okay. And then divide this vertical line into 10 equal parts. So again, observe, draw the vertical line from this end point of that horizontal line. Complete this rectangle, divide this line into 10 equal parts. Okay. Then from each part on the horizontal line, draw the vertical line. So we will get 6 equal parts. After that, from this vertical line, that is a red line, we have already divided this into 10 equal parts. So from each part, draw one horizontal line. So you will get 10 horizontal lines like this. Okay. So basically here we will get one array, which is a 10 by 6. So we will get total 60 segments. Now here, first division or first part, divide this into 10 subdivisions. Okay, so each subdivision, it will represent 1 decimeter. Okay, so join this corner point with this division. Okay, that is the first division from the right side. Okay, so connect this point and draw one line. So this is the inclined line. Then similarly draw the parallel line from the remaining sub parts. So you can observe here in this way. Okay, so now this scale, it can give the relation between a meter, decimeter and the centimeter. Okay, now you can name these divisions. So take this as a 0. So this is the main part, that is a 0. Then this is 1, 2, this is 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now these subdivisions that we have divided into 10 parts will represent decimeter. So you can give here, this is 1, 2, then 4, 6, 8 and this is 10. Okay, so from this 10 up to the point 5, it will represent directly 6 meter. Okay, so this is the maximum length. Now suppose we want to measure a distance of 5 0.23 meter. Or 5.23 meter. So for that, just observe here, after 0, 2 divisions. Okay, so I have shown the arrow. So it will represent 5.2 decimeter. Now we have to measure 5.23 meter. Okay, so for that, you have to travel on this line in the vertical direction up to the 3 division. Okay, so first is observe the 5.2, that is the 2 decimeter, and on the 2 decimeter line find the third division. Okay, so it will represent 3 centimeter, and this total distance, this is nothing but the 5.23 meter. Okay, so this is how you can use the plane scale to find out or to measure a very smaller unit or very smaller scales. So you can take this problem as a homework. So problem is, draw a diagonal scale of 1:2.5 which shows centimeter, millimeter and long enough to measure up to 20 centimeters. Okay, so try to complete this problem as a homework.